Yeah, I'm steering clear. Just went to buy some water. Earlier on, I was on the sofa, on the balcony, just finished teaching, and I heard the unmistakable crack of automatic gunfire. It was pretty far off. That happened a few times. And hi guys. And then I heard what sounded like an explosion. There appears to be a fairly serious demonstration happening in town. People wearing masks, setting fire to stuff. I'm not absolutely certain what it's about, and I am just steering clear. So I'm headed back to my hotel now, and I'm going to keep an eye on things because it's moving this way. I talked to a guy who did have broken English just at the head of the road there. Yeah. And he said it's a demonstration against the government. So, yes, steer clear, Jeff. Be safe. All right. Okay, just going to qualify what I said a minute ago slightly. I didn't feel in danger, and I'm blatantly, obviously, not from Togo. I doubt very much that I would have been in any danger. But when you have unrest and masks, people wearing masks, like, you know, t-shirts over their faces, that kind of thing, and adrenaline, rage, and running in packs, it's not a risk I'm prepared to take. So, yeah, and I think it's moving, the demonstration is moving along the main road, but the road was closed off halfway up. There was a lot of black smoke. I didn't see any police or any army guys. But yeah, like I say, it's been a while. I heard the gunfire, and it was about maybe 2 clicks away, I guess. And I sat up very straight. Yeah. So it is. Okay, so a bit of an update. So it's still happening. I think on further reflection, the explosion that I heard this morning, because they're happening quite regularly, but I think that essentially they're firecrackers, they're large firecrackers. So again, don't feel in danger at all, but it is kind of all around now. Firecrackers going off. I haven't heard any more gunfire, and the locals just do not seem worried. I mean, this is a fairly local hotel. There are numerous guests, not that many though, but I am the only white person in the hotel. Honestly, I'm the only white person I've seen in the country, so there's that. There is a lot of yelling, and it's now all around us. It's pretty far off. I don't know if you can hear it. And as I say, just before I started recording, there were some firecrackers or whatever they are going off fairly close by. And there's a lot of smoke blowing down that road. So, as I say, I don't feel in any danger, but I am on DEFCON 3. Yeah. Okay, so a bit of an update for you. Now, there's been some unrest in Togo of late. There's a new constitution been adopted, and few people actually like that. It's a little too restrictive, it's a little too easy for regimes to stay in power and legally. I was aware of that, of course. I don't walk into countries without checking it out, but these protests have been set up within the last week, so since I arrived in the country. 7 opposition parties have come out in favour of the protests, which is mostly by young people. They're in key parts of the city. We're kind of on the outskirts here, which obviously works in my favour. But key parts of the city. The authorities have also been restricting media. French news channels, for example, have been shut down or restricted in the country, and social media platforms. The reason is that the organisers of the protests have been communicated via TikTok, Facebook, WhatsApp, and TikTok's been restricted, which has further annoyed people. I just looked up, up-to-date information, as it were, and the protests have been really quite serious, with the police in the centre of town being heavy-handed was the word used in their arrests, tear gas and gunfire. So yeah, all of which adds up, because 7 opposition parties and so forth. This is bubbling now, and I'm actually rather glad that I'm leaving the country tomorrow and going into Benin on that basis. I don't anticipate any problems. I don't think I will be in danger either way, but when it comes to this kind of stuff, discretion is the better part of valor. Yeah. Anyway, keep you posted. Seriously, I don't know if you can actually pick this up. It's still going. That was the longest thunderclap I've heard in my life. It was like 2 minutes long. It started out strong, then went like this, and it's still just barely going now. There's been heavy rain, like that. And sheet lightning. It might get slightly more visible when the sun goes down. But yeah, and according to the weather report anyway, it's just going to continue raining for about the next week. Rainy season, baby. That thunderclap, I was lying there on the sofa and the sofa vibrated. Sorry, you know I love storms. And I would imagine the protest is definitely over now. So there's that. Anyway, I've been kind of throwing myself into travel logistics and routes, and I do this like once a month to kind of sketch out the month ahead. I've looked into visas for Cameroon and Equatorial Guinea. Weirdly enough, the Cameroonian e-visa, you can only get it if you're flying in, so I actually have to go to the embassy in Lagos and get a full-on visa, which isn't that bad. Working out routes, I think what I'm going to do is get a boat from just inside the Nigerian side to just inside the Cameroonian side, because according to pretty much everything I've seen, the land border between the two is A, nightmare, and B, a logistical clusterfuck. The roads are terrible, it's difficult, it's a little bit dangerous, and so I'm thinking, because I'm going to Port Harcourt anyway to see my friend Nigerian Jeff Green, and so I'm going to Lagos, then getting quite an efficient bus service apparently to the 12 hours to Port Harcourt, and then since I'm pretty close to there anyway, hop to Idio and get a 3-hour boat, $25 into Cameroon, go down to Douala, which is the capital. From there, I'm probably going to go on a ferry to the capital of Equatorial Guinea, which is on an island. You've got 2 parts. You've got a little square, a little rectangle, which is in between Cameroon and Gabon, and you've also got an island. And it'll be quite fun, actually, taking a ferry for 12 hours to get to an island and stay there for a week. That's about as far as I got. but I've made some pretty decent headway. Anyway. Morning, friends. So I've prevailed upon Kofi, who is the manager at the hotel, to lend me an umbrella because it is still raining pretty hard, and I am attempting to navigate my way through the various swimming pool sized puddles to get to the little restaurant I've been frequenting. It's just purely really because of money. The hotel I'm staying at is very nice, and I have had a few burgers and things, but it is a little pricey for my blood. A burger and fries at the hotel is 3 meal, which is only, €5. But at this little restaurant, local place, super local place, they seemed very surprised to see me the first time. But then again, the further out you get, the more surprised people are to see you all the time, really. Anyway, so a large plate of spaghetti with spicy sauce, vegetables, chopped up hot dog pieces, and an omelette on top. Big plate, large, and 2 beers is the meal, which is about $3.50. So it's a good deal. Plus, I wanted to stretch my legs. I didn't get out this morning because of the protest. So just going for a walk with an umbrella is really good. Oh my God, look at this, right? Oh my God. Okay. Now hop to that little island. Yeah. Fairly efficient, actually. Blacksmith still hard at work. And unfortunately, the bar restaurant universe is locked down and closed. Well, that was a possibility, of course. I mean, business isn't exactly booming with this kind of rainstorm going on. But I'm disappointed. I was looking forward to that. But it's not too tragic. I'm just going to go back to the hotel and have half the amount of food for twice the amount of money. Yeah, so it's not that bad. And nice walk anyway.